Hi everybody, and welcome to Wendy's Witness. God, our Creator, has designed each of us uniquely. He's given us each our own unique gifts and talents that go hand in hand with our calling and purpose. This is God's divine design. We can experience the joy of being in the center of God's will for our lives. We only need to seek Him, and He will point you in the right direction. Now, this is not to say that it will be easy. Many times this involves stepping out of our comfort zones and stepping into the arms of God, who holds us up as we grow in our trust in Him. Well, keep watching today because maybe like me, it took you a while to get there. That's okay. It's never too late. As long as we're still here, there's still time. Now and then, we're graciously given a second chance. Last week is gone. That video was called, Now is the Time. But for many of us, we try to live in the future, in the then. 2 Timothy 3:1-4 says, "But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God." Well, now we're in the back to the future Paul spoke of here. And we're living in the last days. Every opportunity we have to share the gospel needs to be seized, not wasted. That means where you are is where you're meant to be. Who you're around is on purpose. Because you have a purpose and an agenda, there's no chance encounters or chance meetings. There's a divine design. There's no insignificant assignment, and there's always a ripple effect. We may not be privy to this information now, but nonetheless, one day, we will see clearly, just like 1 Corinthians 13:12 says. "Now we see, but a poor reflection is in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known." When we choose to follow Jesus, we will be challenged. Just like Peter. How was he challenged? Remember, he had denied knowing Jesus 3 times. Then after Jesus' death and resurrection, Jesus commissions Peter again. We are privy to this conversation in John 20:21-15-17. "When they had finished eating, Jesus said to Simon Peter, 'Simon, son of John, do you truly love me more than these?' 'Yes, Lord,' he said. 'You know that I love you.' Jesus said, 'Feed my lambs.' Again Jesus said, 'Simon, son of John, do you truly love me?' He answered, 'Yes, Lord, you know that I love you.' Jesus said, 'Take care of my sheep.' The 3rd time he said to him, 'Simon, son of John, do you love me?' Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him the 3rd time, 'Do you love me?' He said, 'Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you.' Jesus said, 'Feed my sheep.' This brings to mind an analogy that you pet lovers will so relate to. Say you're going on vacation and you're going to be away from home for several days. You can't take your dogs or cats with you, so one of the very first things you do is make preparations for the care of your animals, right? I mean, this is your fur babies we're talking about here. We need a trusted caregiver someone who will love them and treat them good while you're temporarily gone. In your physical absence, you need someone there to feed, water, and care for your precious pets that are part of the family. Now, not that we're like animals, but we are part of God's family, and Jesus is the Good Shepherd. And we, like sheep, have all gone astray. So Jesus is asking you, do you love Him? If so, take care of His sheep. God has a plan. We all play a part. Your life is the platform. Your witness is the message. Your voice, the instrument. You know what's right and what's wrong. There's no room for compromise. Remain faithful, true to your calling. We're all on a stage. One day, the curtain will draw and we'll exit stage left. There will come a time when our life is going to be the movie played and everyone will be watching, including God. Will you get a standing ovation? Oh, well done, my good and faithful servant. God's divine design is to dwell with His people, to be with you, never to leave you or abandon you, to go it alone. He walked with Adam and Eve in the garden. He went with the Israelites in a cloud by day and a pillar by night. A tent of meeting, a tabernacle, a temple. Then the Word became flesh and made His dwelling among us. Emmanuel, God with us. Before Jesus ascended back up to heaven, He promised it would be okay. No, actually better for us, because He would send us a helper. And now we have the Holy Spirit actually in us. If we allow ourselves to be used by God to carry out His purpose, we will have the power and strength given by the Holy Spirit to arrive at our divine destiny. And that is God's divine design. Thanks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you next week. And remember, we are all witnesses.